If you travel on any metro system in the world, you're bound to see some weird people. I don't know what it is about subways, but for whatever reason, they just seem to cause weird people to spawn out of thin air. If you were to travel on the London Underground though, you might find that one or two of these weird people literally do appear out of thin air. Born in 1847, William Terriss was a very famous and beloved English actor who became well known for playing famous heroic roles such as Robin Hood and starred in many reenactments of Shakespeare's plays. He was known to be an interesting character, with a handsome face, fine voice and a very friendly demeanour. This charisma allowed him to star in many theatrical performances, with comedy being one of his strong suits. Around the late 1890s, Terriss helped a young actor by the name of Richard Prince find work in plays and performances he was starring in. Over the years, however, Prince had started to abuse alcohol, and by 1897 it had become a massive problem. By the December of 1897, Prince was unable to find work, and so Terriss gave Prince some money to help keep him going until he got a break. On the 13th of December, they had a falling out, and 3 days later, on the 16th, Prince was denied money from the funds office. Later that night, as Terriss was entering the Adelphi Theatre, Prince jumped him and stabbed him to death. Terriss's last words were supposedly, "I will come back." When Prince was caught, he was arrested and thrown into the Broadmoor Criminal Lunatic Asylum. The London Underground is a rather scary place to be at night. Maybe it's the empty atmosphere, maybe it's the unnerving sound of trains and squeaking and echoing down the tunnels. Or maybe it's just because it's London and you're likely going to get stabbed yourself. In any case, the Underground is a spooky place, which was only made spookier when people started to spot a ghost wandering around Covent Garden Station. Many drivers have spoken of seeing a shadowy figure in one of the tunnels after the station has been cleared for the night, alongside echoing footsteps, a disembodied voice, and many unexplained banging noises. A ticket collector at the station said he had many encounters with the spectre. One night, while checking over the empty platform, the ticket collector spotted a tall, distinguished man walking along the rails in a westbound direction, before climbing the emergency spiral stairs. The ticket collector phoned the clerk upstairs and informed them of the approaching man. The ticket collector took the lift up to the clerk, only to be met by the confused clerk when he arrived, who informed him that nobody had come up the stairs. A few days later, the same ticket collector was having his midnight dinner in the staff room when he heard the door open. Assuming it was just another member of staff on break, he continued his meal until he turned and saw he was face to face with the same tall, distinguished man as before. He was wearing a grey suit with a high collar shirt and white gloves. The ticket collector asked what the man wanted, thinking he was a passenger that had gotten lost, only for the man to say nothing, simply staring at the collector before fading away. 4 days later, while in the staff room, several station employees were disturbed by a loud scream, followed by a young porter rushing into the room, wide-eyed and frightened. He claimed to have seen a strange-looking man stood in the corner of the neighbouring room, but as he approached the man, he felt a disturbing sensation and an oppressive weight bear down onto him, before the man simply faded away. Another station foreman encountered the ghost, feeling the same sense of dread. This time he heard a disembodied voice murmuring a name that sounded something close to Terry. After being shown a picture of the dead actor, the foreman confirmed that the ghost he had seen was that of William Terriss. The ghost of Terriss has been spotted all over London, from strolling down the street to haunting the very theatre he died in. It's unknown why exactly Terriss has decided to spook the London Underground of all places, but the current theory is that Covent Garden Station was built in the same place as a bakery that Terriss frequently visited. He was known to spend several hours there whenever he visited, so who knows? I suppose it's fitting that he's still just as much of an interesting character in death as he was in life. Subscribe for more.